my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We see W's like Tupac used to throw up.
These natty bangers.
Forfeit your team, shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot.
Yeah, dog, I'm about to be in the NFC Championship game, baby.
For the wrong reasons, trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy. Big chips, man.
I watched the end of the last playoff game, Chiefs versus the Ravens. Them motherfuckers battling 35-35. 12 seconds left. They let that motherfucker throw a bomb to Mikael Hardman. No time left on the clock. The Ravens was salty. Yeah, yesterday. There.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field
the Dallas Cowboys.
To the
He's tough.
sold-out crowd, and they're all set.
It's hard to say. Like the first 3 games I played, I blew them jokers out by 21. Then the next 3 or 4 I played, I won, but they were tight games. So, you know what I mean? Like the commissioner, also the disparity in talent. They did some trades, like the Steelers have both Watts boys. Who the hell did that? You know what I mean? So stuff happened before we got in.
Cousins on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a run.
Come on.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Shrimp Alfredo.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yep. They good now. They've been 8 hours. I mean, not 8, since this morning without a fever. So
throwing Cousins, and Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So what do you think about the guys who
good
play?
Defenses? It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. Spotted at the 14-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yeah.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check 43. Check 3. Watch the ship. Hey.
Well, a first carry for Giovanni Bernard.
I double-teamed him. I double-teamed him.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Look at this
Will Dalton dial out? Danielle Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Sherrills to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Cook. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
I'm in the backfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think of, yeah, fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick
it's
up
enough to make
down.
you play right.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think... Yeah, they force you to run three different formations. And you can't run the same play over and over again.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough
for the
people
don't
first
hurry
down.
Up as much.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah, and that 7-minute quarter, it's a blessing because it's long, but it's a blessing because I was down a couple times, and it's like, oh shit, I got 6 minutes.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Gun.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
We got 4. Check it out,
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
Way to fight that guard. Way to fight that guard.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive
line.
Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Give him the first, Steve.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field. Trying to figure out who can gain an advantage, gain some field position, and finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. It could cost you a game or win you one.
But yeah, the Eagles, he showed me this play. that I'm about to run.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
I don't know how he blocks it up so long, because you watch him on his gameplay, he got forever.
Always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
What the hell is he doing? I'm just trying to figure that shit out.
A quick side step.
I've run that formation. I just don't run
doing
that
something
play.
kind of neat for its 100th season, which wraps up with Super Bowl 54. They're inducting a 20-man class, a centennial class, into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. Now, a number of modern-day candidates won't be announced until the night before the Super Bowl, but 15 have already been announced, and it's a pretty good list so far. Guys like Harold Carmichael, Bobby Dillon, Alex Karras, Donnie Shell, Duke Slater, a number of others in there as well, CD.
Yeah, you're right about that. And what this does is they hope it helps ease the backlog of some of the great candidates that are out there. You know, Max Speedy and Ed Sprinkle, people may have forgotten about, but they were tremendous during their time frame. And we did get to see, if you're watching television, coaches Bill Cowher and Jimmy Johnson receive their invitation to camp.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Shamar Stephen able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Now Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A 10th carry in the game for
That's
Cook.
good, too.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bengals 40.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Hardy Nickerson there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
And we thinking like the eyes big on that Doritos. What school you at now? Okay. How far is that from the crib?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, I find myself listening to the same Jones.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin.
I thought it was more of a sport.
Go ahead and take this one.
I don't know. It's kind of a niche.
Start over.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. They ain't really diving deep into sports to me. It's more like it's like a group of buddies and with one chick, you know, talking and shit. Yeah. But I mean, it ain't as funny as like I think we would be. I mean, our crew. You know what I mean? Like that shit like it was us talking at the bar. That shit might be kind of funny. But this shit kind of whack. You know, white boy funny, I guess.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham taking it in. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
What are you talking about? Bubba just got railed.
They'll try and run it up
2 games in a row.
And he will get into the end zone.
No, he won. He had won 2 before. Then I won 2. Yeah.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Yeah, I did. I mean, we know each other, so y'all know my shit.
Let's go, the Bengals take over first and 10.
Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10.
They go 3-3-68. Check 26, check 26.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzama, 64 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Push the line flat.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Give it to me.
Back in it. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Back in it.
Will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field.
There you go, Bengals.
There you go, Bengals. You got to remember that.
14 points in 4 seconds.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
Good job, Gino.
Just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, receiver. Check, 59.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
God,
right near the line of scrimmage.
Calling
no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Put it on the ground.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
There you go, Bongos.
He had just one target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This nigga loves his mom. Yeah.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Cousins to throw for it on 4.
This time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you, you know. If people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
52-93, 44, 44. There you go. Check.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 33.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's get it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And he's got it.
Test, Bubba's a test. Stingy Junior.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make a sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Slam.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Hands up. Regular. Yeah, 5-6. Hey, Haywood. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 368. Hands up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they when the ball
Way to
went over
come
the
back.
post.
Bungles. My people. Up in the stand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3. With this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, we're good. We're good.
On the carry, it's Cook. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Up in the natty.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Play. Here we go. Check 59. Hey, Alpha. 59. Mike the 59.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on. Hey, no, easy. 56.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's Madison. That one 28 yards on the ground. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another carry now from Madison. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it. Gun. 57. Mike, 57. Yeah.
On 3rd down, Cook. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I couldn't hear you. I thought you was, I didn't know what the coach was doing.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Let's get a run. Nope.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 1 possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st down, it's Cook. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
7 yards there and a 1st down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I